This segment of the show is brought to you by Man Cave Health. It's a public charity that raises awareness nationwide for prostate cancer. Many of you know I battled prostate cancer, and had it not been for me taking a PSA test, the doctor told me I could have been dead within a year. 30,000 men die every year from prostate cancer simply because they didn't know their number. They didn't get an annual check. And also, do you know 1 out of every 4 Black men are diagnosed with prostate cancer? Roy Jones Jr., listen, you were a champ. You always had to be in shape when you were fighting. But even now, how important is your health to you?
It's even more important now because now I don't get the test normally like I would get when I'm fighting. So it's important that I take it upon my own self to go out and do things and make sure I take care of myself on a daily basis, make sure I go get certain tests done when it's time. It's my job and my responsibility and my duty and my obligation to my family and my fans to go out and stay healthy because I built a persona that was about being a healthy athlete who didn't smoke, who didn't drink, who took care of himself. So you can't let that persona die now. When they see me now, they must know that, hey, Roy still takes care of himself. Look at him. He's in the gym. He beat double end ball with the guys sometimes. He does this, he does that. If he has knees, he'd still be killing on the basketball court, but the knees kind of sharp. It's all good.
and I love to hear that you get an annual check. What do you think that we can do to make sure that men, just like you're doing, get an annual test and make sure they get a PSA test every year?
Well, I think it's really important to have communication. Communication is the main thing. And there are doctors who have friends and, everything is not about a dollar. Sometimes you got to do things that may not get you money, but it may get you something else. It may get you a blessing from God, which is much more important than any money you can get. So like at the pandemic, I never would have probably went in the ring with Mike Tyson at 51 years old because I just know that's a dangerous thing to do. But since it was an exhibition and people at the pandemic had nothing to do, I'll take that risk and sacrifice that gamble and go make myself get up every day and get in shape and do the best I can so I can give y'all something. Because right now, with the pandemic, when the pandemic was going on, we had nothing. So I sacrificed myself to give something. You understand me? And so we have to sacrifice some time to give a little so that it does a lot for the whole mankind, not just ourselves. So people that are doctors and that do these type of checkups should have time to talk to people about it. And guess what? If you did 10 friends and 1 or 2 of them friends found out something that helped them, and they spread that word to the rest of their friends, but them 10 friends spread it with 10 friends, for long that's 100 friends who know about this stuff now. Now they all can communicate and have somebody to talk to about it and about going and looking out for one another, because a lot of times people always say, I can do it by myself, but it's not about that. God gave us other people on this earth because we needed one another. God created woman because man was not happy alone. You understand me? We always try to wipe that out and forget about that, but that's what happened in the beginning of time, according to the books that we read and according to the Bible that most of us go by, and a lot of us do. So it's like, if that's the case, you have to be, I try to say that without offending people, because people are so sensitive nowadays to everything. Every little thing you say is offensive to somebody. And I already care what nobody does. It's not my business what everybody does. I'm just speaking from my point of view. I'm not trying to influence or convince nobody that they're wrong, they're right. I don't care what you do. As long as you know who God is, that's on you what you do. You and God. I can't take you to heaven, and I can't condemn you from going. I can't condemn you to hell. So it's not my job to judge you, but I can give you my, if you ask me a question, I can tell you my output on that question, or my inner feelings on that question. So I feel like we all start coming together and communicate with people. And like, those are the type of things that men should be able to do together, because men can have that conversation together. And if that happened, now that gives us a better, give it a whole worldwide range of people knowing and caring and being conscious with one another about what's going on in men's health.
The mission for Man Cave Health is to encourage all men to take just 1 hour out of the year to either get a physical and a PSA test. And with donations from people just like you, you can help other men who maybe don't have the resources to pay for a PSA test or a physical exam. All you've got to do is go to the Man Cave Health website at mancavehealth.org and sign up for their free newsletter. It is a great resource. And please make a donation, because this public charity is trying to make sure that all men can get a physical and a PSA test. And all you've got to do to donate to this public charity is text The Last Stand to 44321.